Hi guys, it's Sarah, and I know it's been so long, or welcome back to my channel. It's been so freaking long since I've uploaded a video, but that's just because the reason is so stupid, but it's justifiable, if you will. I go through the worst slumps when it comes to reading. As soon as I finally get my groove back, I completely shut down. Like last year, I was great in January. I read about 5 books in January and they were all amazing. And then I stopped for maybe 2 months. And then I started reading Ignite by Melanie Harlow, which started off as a good book, kind of diving into the age gaps thing, kind of hooking up, but not in a relationship sort of book. That's what it was. And I kind of like the emotional kind of depth when it comes to a book. I love when they have a emotional connection before a physical connection, if you will, which is completely fine. Whatever you want, that's okay. But for me, that's just my preference when it comes to reading romance. Then I put that down and then I stopped reading. I'm pretty sure if you want, you can go look at my Goodreads and kind of see what I'm trying to explain. But then in October-ish, or no, maybe even the beginning of September last year, I started reading again. I read Still Beating while I was in Toronto. So freaking good. So good. I read it in 3 days. Then I read the Mindfuck series. Also really good. A good way to get into dark romance. Then I read The Sinner's Duet by Sophie Lark, which was amazing. 5 stars. Then I started Darling Venom. That book was so good. It was so good. Then I read A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, and now I'm currently reading Indigo Ridge by Devney Perry. So that's my little reading update and where I've been. Hopefully this year I read more. My goal is sitting at 60 right now, and I've read 2 books to reach that goal, and I hope to make it to 60. If I don't, that's okay. I mean, everybody kind of reads at their own pace. So if I don't read 60 books, that's perfectly okay. If I read more than 60, awesome. I will probably look back at this and be like, wow, you did it, girl. You reached more than 60, which as of right now, I don't think is possible for me because I struggle with reading fast. I read slowly. And also I work full-time and I'm in school full-time now because I'm taking my ECE course for school, for my job. Currently a childcare assistant, but now I want to be an early childhood educator. So I'm doing that and I'm super excited. I've had my first 4 classes now and they've all been great. So that's my life update for you guys as well. Let's get into the video. For my first video back, and since it is 2023 now, I decided it would be fun to talk about my most anticipated reads for 2023 because I thought it'd be fun to explain to you guys what I'm looking forward to reading this year and what's high on my TBR this year, because there have been so many amazing books released within the past 5 months or 6 months or however many months, and I've been dying to read them. But since I do read slowly, like I did explain, I struggle to get to those books as fast as I can. So I'm going to show you guys what books I'm really excited to get through in 2023. That we have The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. This has been on my TBR for maybe a couple years now. I've been seeing it everywhere. I've been hearing great reviews about it, been hearing mixed reviews about it. I do know that this book is more on the political side and not the romance side of the enemies to lovers, so that I'm kind of anxious about, but I am really excited to dive into this book because, as I said, I've heard really good things about the series, so I'm excited to give it a try. Along with the fantasy genre, I do also have Shadow and Bone and Six of Crows. My sister was the one who first started talking to me about this series and told me that you should read this trilogy before you read the duology. I know you don't have to, don't come for me, but it's just I want the depth, I want the stories, so I want to read these 2 series duology trilogy in 2023. Next on my TBR for 2023 is a thriller, and if you know, Sarah Caroli raves about this book and this author on her channel so much, so I decided to pick this book up. I have a few others of her books, but the one that I'm really excited to get to is Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney, along with, we'll just pull this one out as well, Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. I think, like I said, I do want to dive more into thrillers this year, and I think these books by Alice Feeney will be a great kind of step into that direction, because I do want to broaden what I read. I really want to read more than just romance or fiction, so I think Alice Feeney would be a good place to start, as well as The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I've also heard nothing but good things about this book, so I'm really excited to give this author a try as well. Everyone raves about this series, like everyone, and I've been seeing it so much lately. Kind of nervous to start it, but I'm excited because I do know the thing I am intimidated about is the fact that the books get bigger and bigger as you read the series, and it is Zodiac Academy. I don't know. I don't really know anything about this book other than people rave about it, and there's a guy named, was it Darius? And there's also a character named Tori Vega, which, hello, Victorious. Yeah, but I'm really excited. I think I just want to go into this series blind and just read the first book, see how I like it, and if I don't like it, that's cool, but if I do like it, I do also have the other 2 books from the beginning of the series. I have book 2 and 3 as well. So yeah, Zodiac Academy. Next is a book that people say is like Normal People, but more romancy, if you will, and that is Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino. I have seen everybody rave about this book and talk about it so highly. Everyone loves it, and oh, it's less than 300 pages, which is nice. I'm just really excited to dive into this book. I don't know when I will. I'm really excited, and it takes place in New York. I want to go to New York. And it says a love-hate love story, but love and hate are crossed out, so it just says a love story. I'm so excited, and look at the cover. The cover is gorgeous. Next is a fantasy. It is the birth of a, I don't know how long this series is, but as of right now, there's 3 books out. The 3rd book just came out recently, and that is Kingdom of the Wicked by Kira Maniscalco. I also have the Stalking Jack the Ripper series that I also want to read soon, but I think I want to dive into this one first. Actually, I have no idea. Whatever I pick up first, whatever I'm in the mood for is what I'll pick up. But I'm really excited to start this book, this series as a whole as well. I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I'm excited. We have The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I love Knives Out, and I heard that this is kind of like Knives Out, so I'm really excited to like experience the games in the book, like the riddles, the mystery, what this stuff is happening to this girl. I'm super excited, and I'll let you guys know when I read this whose team I'm on, because I think there's a love triangle in the series. I'm not sure. Next is a dark romance by Sophie Lark, and since I read The Sinner's Duet, I've been dying to read this series as well. It is Brutal Prince. I love the cover of this book. Like, it is so adorable, and it's cute. And I do know why there's strawberries on the cover. Like, I know. Everyone knows. If you know, you know. Oh, there's illustrations in this book. Like, is that a sex scene? Sorry, you guys. Didn't mean to scar you. Next, we have a memoir that I've been dying to read for well, I guess you can tell what it is. It's Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. I've been dying to read this book since I saw Steph Boer bring it up in her video of when she was in England and she did a book haul. I immediately went to the bookstore and tried to find this book, and I did. I'm so excited. And it says everything I know about parties, dates, friends, jobs, life, and love. But all of those ones are crossed off, and it says everything I know about love. And oh, I've been hearing great things about this book. I'm so excited to hear Dolly's stories and see if I can relate to any of them. I'm sure I will in some way, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited. The next two books are from a series that I started a year ago in January exactly. The second two books came out last year as well, and I never picked them up. I did get the copies of them, but I just never picked them up right away as soon as I got them, and that is Twisted Hate and Twisted Lies. I need to read these two so bad. I'm really excited to, and I love all the characters that I've met so far, so I'm excited to meet the rest of them. And then along with that, King of Wrath I need to read as well by Anna Huang. This is the first book in the Kings of Sin series, and I've heard there's some weird food combinations in this book that I want to read about, so there's that as well. I'm super excited to dive into those. Next is a book that I've been seeing so much about, and I've been dying to read it since it's like Gossip Girl, and I love Gossip Girl so much with my entire heart, and you guys already know what it is. Magnolia Parks. Magnolia Parks by Jessica Hastings. I have been dying to read this series since I've heard so many good reviews about it in, like, when was it? September, October, around maybe November. I'm not sure, but whenever I started hearing about it, I've been dying to read it. And that, yeah. And I heard the fourth book just came out, but I need to order it because it took a while to show up on Amazon Canada for some reason. So I need to order those soon. Next are two fantasy books. I think these might be the last. No, there's a few more books that I need to talk about. Shatter Me, obviously, and A Court of Thorns and Roses. Everyone and their mothers have been reading these books, and I need to as well. I remember when I was younger and I first started getting into reading, these books were out and I bought them, but I never read them. And then I gave them to my cousin. So I decided to buy all of them again for myself so I could read them. And then ACOTAR was the same thing. I bought them all in the old covers, and then I was like, I like these covers more. So I went out of my way and got them, simply I think because the last book didn't match the old covers. So I just got all of the new ones, and I actually love these a lot more. So I'm excited to read those because I want to dive into more fantasy books this year, and I think those are great stepping stones, if you will, to dive into those genres. Those three books are all romance books. First one is Consider Me by Becca Mac. I've been seeing Books with JB raving about this book, so I've been dying to read this book ever since I started hearing about it. And I don't really know the tropes in this book. I feel like is it best friend's sister? I'm not sure. But he's a hockey player in the NHL, and I love hockey so much, so I'm really excited to dive into these books. Play With Me is the second book in the series that's currently out. I'm super excited. Next one, okay. This one I'm kind of scared to read, simply because of all the triggers on the first page. I'm kind of anxious. Yeah, okay. Should I say it? Haunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton has been on my TBR for so fucking long, and I've just been so scared to read it because I don't want to be the only one who doesn't enjoy it. And I know you're probably like, Zara, that's fine. It doesn't matter because everybody has their own opinions, and it's just all the themes in this book. I'm kind of nervous to dive into it. None of them trigger me in any way, but I'm just nervous for the content in this book and in the second book as well. So this one is kind of going to be like on my TBR. I know it's there, and I'll reach for it when I'm ready or in the mood for Zaid Meadows, because apparently he's really amazing. So yeah, there's that one. And then the last book that I want to read in 2023, as of right now, that's one of my most anticipated books, is Funny Feelings by Tara Dewitt. This has been on my TBR for so long. All of these books have been on my TBR for so long, but this one, especially because it is single parent, it's age gap, it's friends to lovers, it's like comedian and mentor, I think is the trope. And I'm really excited. If I just want a fun, lighthearted read, I think this is the one that I'm going to reach for, because I've just, like I said, it's been on my TBR for months and I need to get it off my TBR. Yeah, Funny Feelings by Tara Dewitt is one of the books that I hope to read in 2023. All right, you guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm happy to be back on YouTube because it's been so long since I've uploaded a video and I've missed it. I've seen so many people on Bookstagram starting to make their YouTube accounts, and that kind of made me have like this fear of missing out, obviously, because I did start my account last year and I just really want to prioritize this and prioritize reading along with school and work, because I do those two full time. So I want to prioritize reading above like watching TV or whatever. I hope I post more on this account and I hope you guys watch this account. Yeah, I'm super happy that it's 2023. I hope it's a great year. Hope it's a great reading year. I hope I reach all my goals and I hope to exceed some of those goals as well. And I will see you guys all in my next video. Love you.